Hi, today I'm going to speak a little bit about Russia and what it is to do business with them. So to give you a bit of background information, the first things you need to know is that Russia is the world's largest country. So this makes for a diversity of climates and landscapes. Russia demographically is a huge country. It has around 143 million people, and the population is only increasing now. Indeed, birth rate has been increasing, death rate going down, and immigration shooting up since the end of the Soviet era. Socially, also, it is very diverse. As the country is very large and there's many different landscapes and ways of living, traditions and culture varies and nuances throughout the whole of the territory. Indeed, there's 160 different ethnicities throughout the Russian territory. So this country has a lot of potential for business, as it is relatively stable politically, economically, and has a large supply of natural resources. But how do people perceive Russia and doing business with Russia?
Hey Sophie, just one
Hi.
quick question. Would you ever think about doing business in Russia?
Well, I don't know if I'd want to if I could.
Why is that?
I think it's majorly due to a lot of stereotypes I may have. Apart from the fact that you guys are very famous for wearing Adidas and drinking a lot of vodka, I think it's mainly due to the fact Russians often come off as cold and hard to do business with. And Russian gangster movies didn't really help me make a positive idea.
Okay, I can see that. But while some of these stereotypes might be true, we do drink a lot of vodka and we wear a lot of Adidas. I think that shouldn't keep you from doing business with them because I don't know if you knew, but Russia is actually very rich in natural resources. They have they have big oil resources, steel and aluminum, and they have the biggest gas resources in the whole world. And the economic growth is deeply linked to the price of these resources, meaning that if they do well, Russia does well. But they also have other businesses that are really going well, like machinery, defense, mining, and many others. So, yeah, that shouldn't really keep you from doing business with them. And another important fact is that the Netherlands are the biggest importers of Russian goods. 11.9% of Russia's exports are going to the Netherlands. Isn't that weird to not
Wow.
want to do business with them?
I could see why you could.
Oh my god, I don't even get this. Like, I have to have this meeting, but what are they writing there? Like, no, no, no.
Wait, but I know who can help.
You invite the negotiator to one of the best restaurants in the city. It doesn't matter how important the deal is, it's never discussed on the top level at the working place. Start with a small talk. One of the most important topics in the beginning is family. You should definitely ask about the health of the relatives and successes of children, otherwise, you would be considered as a completely indifferent person. Discuss things in general. However, after the appointment, you should ask for the agreement's exchange and read everything very carefully. Be attentive, remember that your negotiator is completely indifferent towards your business. Pay the bill. The gender doesn't matter at all. If you invited a person, it means you pay. No agenda. Don't come on time. Of course, you can, but it's not common for the business people to be on time because of the high working load. No emotions. For sure, a little smile wouldn't be a problem, but if a person is too emotional, speaking in a loud voice, he or she wouldn't be considered in a serious way. Don't ask much about yourself. You can discuss your wife, your children, or whoever for as much as you like, but not yourself.
An important tool in assessing the differences and similarities between cultures and customs is the Lewis model. In this model, countries are distributed on axes between three states of action: linear active, multi-active, and reactive. Both Russia and the Netherlands are situated on the axis between linear activity and multi-activity, with the Netherlands leaning more towards the former and Russia being a more multi-active society. Generally, interaction is difficult between linear active and multi-active nationalities. Common ground consists primarily of the willingness for confrontation, forcefulness, and persistency both groups display. Breaking points would, however, rise quickly in time planning, levels of emotionality, the importance of logic, and the key communication channels employed.
So here's your table for your reservation at 8.
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice evening.
Oh well, 1:45, still in time.
No, that's horribly wrong. Come on, follow me.
Never ever put your wallet, car key, or sunglasses on the table. This would basically mean that you are showing off. Don't look relaxed, even if you're not nervous, don't look like you're 100% happy, and don't sit in a relaxed pose.
We've got some answers from a businessman based on his experience, but let's take a look from the professional perspective, and here is the Hofstadter model. Let's take a closer look at the dimensions that should clarify the case. Power distance. In the Netherlands, an intern or a low-level manager can easily communicate directly with the director or the top management. In Russia, it's completely unacceptable. Individualism. A society's position on this dimension is reflected in whether people's self-image is defined in terms of I or we. In the Netherlands, I. In Russia, we. Masculinity. A masculine culture is made up of male gender roles that focus on values such as money, success, and competition. The indicators in both countries are relatively low, but Russia is a relatively more masculine country than the Netherlands. Uncertainty avoidance. It basically expresses the level of the uncomfortable state of the people feeling uncertain, which is much higher in Russia. Long-term orientation. Every society has to maintain some links with its own past while dealing with the challenges of the present and future. In Russia, those links are slightly more important. Indulgence. Indulgent cultures such as the Netherlands will tend to focus more on individual happiness and well-being.
Okay, let's sign, I agree.
So, how do we celebrate this?
I know who can tell you.
How? We drink vodka.
Please sign.